Come on, beat me to it, goddamn it. Beat me motherfucking to it, goddamn, so we can motherfucking glue it, huh? So we can motherfucking pursue it. Who is it? Earth, who is it, Earth? Who is it, Earth? Cozmik Mind, goddamn it, I said. Goddamn it, UV, huh? And what else is it, Earth? It's where what? It's where they goddamn it need to goddamn what be, ain't it? Woo, 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 woo. Oh man, goddamn. Look, I'm about to say the damn topic. Cozmik Mind UV is every goddamn where you need to goddamn be. Make sure you put your notification on for the nation, ain't it? Make sure you put your notification on for the nation. We gonna talk about this black college debt, baby. Cause you niggas be too hyped up off a goddamn degree and ain't making no goddamn money or where you need to be, huh? You niggas are too hyped up off a piece of goddamn paper and it don't mean shit. Ooh. That's just another goddamn propagandic tactic that they got niggas hyped up off. Dumbass college ass shit. You work hard, get your college degree, and you'll be where you want to be. If you get you a college degree, you'll be where you want to be. That's how they hype your ass, get up in the army and the military and shit, get yourself murdered and shit. And yeah, get in your navy, your army. It ain't your shit. Yeah. You gotta know when you're being led the fuck astray, nigga. You gotta know when you're being strung up. Oh, you gotta know when it's the same old goddamn song, baby. You gotta know when you being the same old motherfucking song. Oppressive ass song, ain't it, man? So instead of us thinking we know what's going on, we gonna figure out what we know what's going on really or not. Because a lot of us thinking these degrees are equating to wealth of some sort, and that shit is really not. So how does that contribute to the wealth gap? Now, let me go ahead and share this out. I'll be right back. No slide. Alright, man, we back. Royal Day, Royal Day. If you haven't subscribed and put your notifications, cations on for Cozmik Mind UV, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing with your life. If you haven't subscribed and put your notifications and supported and donated to the Cozmik Mind UV show, I don't know what you're doing with your life, B. Real shit. You know what I mean? Real shit. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Black college debt. Because until we study the numbers and get into the numbers and the stats of shit, we just be talking a bunch of surface level shit thinking it's making a difference, and it's really the fuck not. It's not. And that's one thing they knew about most black people. We don't search in detail. We don't search beyond the surface. We don't search beyond what a motherfucker show you or tell you or propagate to you. You feel me? So the issue of black Americans having college degrees yet not being paid adequately is well documented, is well documented. That means this ain't nothing new. This means this ain't nothing new, right? Okay. And speaks to broader systemic inequalities in the U.S. See, this is what I be saying. Niggas be wanting to fit in so bad, but you still don't. No matter how much they want to make you feel good and they want to hype your ass up to make you think you doing something, you still aren't. Huh? Here's a breakdown using the most recent and reliable, right? That's an excellent word right there. Data available as of 2024. So that's right there, right? So this ain't nothing old. This is fresh shit for you off the presses. How many black people have college degrees according to data from U.S. Census Bureau and National Center of Education Stats, NCES? About 26% of black adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher as of 2023. That's up to just 11% in 1990, a major gain in educational attainment. All right, great. That's great. Are black college grads paid adequately? Paid fairly? No. Are black college grads paid fairly? No. They are not paid equitably compared to their European or other counterparts. So all that going to college ass shit, all that going to them damn facilities, and you still not getting paid goddamn equal or more or competitive to them other groups, baby. That's what people don't understand. That's what pimping is. The only way pimping work is if you delusional. If you just don't have no sense of critical thinking at all. That's the only way pimping works. You hear me? You just stay in the stupor. Hold on. Commercial break. All right. As I was saying, we get wrapped up into like the decorations and the hype of stuff. Being the first black this or being the first black that, or blacks are the most this or the blacks are the most that, most educated, most degrees, the women have the most this. The question we never seem to get around to is it actually helping you in the grand scheme of everything that's going on? In a lot of instances, the stuff we get hyped about is really not doing shit for you. It's really not. And us going to college hasn't done shit for us. It hasn't boosted us wealth wise. It hasn't. Most people aren't using their degree to empower their own people. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it says, are black college grads paid fairly? No, they are not paid equitably compared to their European counterparts. This is nothing new though, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know, despite holding similar degrees, look at that. You can have the same goddamn degree, the same one. You can have the same ass degree, you hear what I said? Despite holding similar degrees, pay disparities persist. Wealth gap examples. Black college grads earn about 20 to 25% less. 20 to 25% less on average than European or white college grads with the same educational level. So these motherfuckers aren't obtaining no more higher level of knowledge in college. That shit is the same shit. And and so this goes back to what? Economics and not owning enough industries. If you have degrees, but then you go into companies, and then most of these colleges are owned by these Europeans anyway. But you go into a European ass college, you feel me? Then you think you doing something with that degree. Then what most people end up doing is they what do? An internship, or they apply for companies that are ran by other groups of people. They don't usually start their own companies with their degree, with their particular degree, or their own services or industries, you see. And so what we do is we run to one facility to get the piece of paper. Then you run to another facility to go apply for the job. You see what I'm saying? And then you just work, and then you just barely make it. You feel me? So all I'm saying is, just like I was saying with black women having the most degrees, like what has it actually done to make you more successful? Like, you know what I mean, as a whole. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta stop getting into like the stuff that really don't be meaning shit. It's like a moral victory. You know how moral victories, but you still lost? Yeah, you got a moral victory, but you still lost. You feel me? So, anyway, wage gap examples. Black college grads earn about 20 to 25% less on average than European or college grads with the same education level. All right, so stop being surprised when the white person get a job and you don't, or the career job, or they get the gig and your ass don't get it. You feel me? Come on, man. It's a good old boy system. And most black people, we don't have the infrastructure to where we can funnel our great minds and our great intellectuals into different industries that are black owned and operated. Not just owned, but owned and operated. You feel me? See, these other groups have funneling systems. You feel me? The Hispanics, the whoever else. So when they get degrees, they go straight back to their people and do what they're supposed to do. In 2023, the average median income, European or white bachelor's degree holders, $82K. Black bachelor's degree holders, $63,000. You do the math. You tell me what the difference is. You do the math. Fields with the biggest pay gaps: STEM, science, tech, engineering, math. That's why I was saying the youth, our young youth, need to be getting into that. Science, tech, engineering, or math. Business, finance, and finance. It says the biggest gaps, right? Business and finance. So how are we going to be competitive as a group when we have gaps in business and finance? Healthcare administrations. All right. And see, what we don't understand is, I know some of this stuff be sounding like it's like I'm on you or I'm tough, but we have to understand, like, I'm thinking like these other people that control this shit think. I'm thinking of what they're talking about at their boardrooms, their board meetings, and behind the scenes, these secret meetings and shit that they be having. You feel me? Do you think they be giving a fuck about your opinions, nigga, and your worries and your all shit? No, they don't. No, they don't. They only give a fuck about their bottom line. That's it. They only give a fuck about empowering their group. They could give a fuck less about your feelings and all that other shit that we get distracted by. This is what I'm saying. How you gonna defeat somebody when you easily distracted? Even with these fields, Black professionals often hold lower paying roles or are underrepresented in leadership positions. Okay? Why the pay gap exists, even with degrees, hiring discrimination. See, you wouldn't have to worry about getting hired from these motherfuckers if what? You had a pipeline of companies to go to with Black people that look like you. But like I said, most of them, those get the degrees, and now you got to go what? To a whole nother group of people and ask them, can they give you a job now? You ask for the degree, right? Because you applied for most colleges, unless you got like scholarships or some shit like that. You feel me? It says hiring discrimination, resume quote unquote whitening, end quote. Studies show Black sounding names get fewer callbacks. Do you hear that? Black sounding names get fewer callbacks. Did y'all even know that? I guarantee, out of the history of you applying for jobs, you didn't even know that. Studies show Black sounding names get fewer callbacks. Occasional segregation. Black grads are often funneled into low-paying industries. See? So we don't create that funnel for our youth and everybody else or whoever when they graduate to come into livable wage careers. Then we're not doing nothing. Student debt. Black graduates carry on. Watch this. I need you to write these numbers down. Black graduates carry on average 85%. 85% more debt than European grads. 85% more. Promotion bias and lack of access to leadership tracks. In summary, metric: percentage of Black adults with a degree, 26%, bachelor's or higher. Pay gap versus European or white grads, 20 to 25% less on average. That's on average. You might even get less, it might be even more, you hear me? Average Black grad income, $63,000 versus $82,000 European or white income with the same degree, with the same level of education. Higher student debt burden, 85+% more than white peers or European peers. See, we got to get into these studies so we can actually know some shit, not think. Great question. Okay, Black college grads are compensated relative to other racial ethnic groups, reveals deep and persistent inequalities. Here's a breakdown of the Department of Education, Census and labor data 2023-2024. Median annual earnings for college grads by race and ethnicity. So they're going to break it all the way down to the ethnicity. Bachelor degree holders, full-time workers, 25 to 64. So if you in that range, we talking to you. You hear me? Race/ethnicity, median income. Okay, this is the median income. For Europeans, it's 82,000. For Asians, and we trying to figure out why Asians are getting ahead so fast. The Hispanic, guess what their medium income is, nigga? $94,000, nigga. Huh? What you mean Asians getting more money than the Europeans and you? Huh? And they calling them what they call them niggas? Insurgents, immigrants, and all this other type shit. Yeah. Multiracial, 70,000. Native American, 58K. Black or African American, 63K. Asian, 94K. And Europeans, 82K. Gap versus European grads or white grads. Asian is 12,000. Black and American is negative. It's plus 12,000 for the Asian because they're actually getting more money and more. They're working together obviously better than the Europeans. So they're plus 12,000. So there is no gap. Black or indigenous or African American, it's a negative 19,000 wealth gap. Hispanic and Latino is 21,000. Native American is negative 24K. The other one was negative 21K. So these are the stats we need to know. Key observations. Asian Americans earn the most even compared to white or European grads, often due to what? Higher representation in high-paying STEM fields. See, this is what I was saying. If you don't have people that represent you to go ahead and hire your ass, all that other shit is just, that's why it's called a funneling system. You got to have different levels and layers and infrastructures to your funneling system. You have your knowledge and your education level, and then you have the career, where you can hire your own, into competitively waged career paths. Black and Hispanic grads earn 20 to 25% less than white. We already know that. Black women experience a double pay gap. Black women experience a double pay gap, both race and gender bias. A black woman with a degree earns, we already went over this, 64 to 70 cents per dollar earned by European men with the same education. Okay? Make sure you let that sink in. With the same education. Why these pay gaps exist, despite equal education, occasional segregation. Black and Hispanic graduates are overrepresented in lower paying industries. That means it's too many of you motherfuckers. Huh? You overrepresented in lower paying industries. That's why you're not getting jobs too, because the lower paying jobs is too many of you. You feel me? Hiring and promotion bias. Research shows racial bias in resumes, hiring, and leadership tracks. So make sure your resume don't sound too black. College quality and networks. Many black students attend underfunded or less prestigious institutions, affecting career networks. Isn't that something? Student debt. Black graduates typically carry higher student loan debt which reduces wealth building despite similar education. Summary of inequality. Group, white. Degree rate, high. Earnings, high. Debt burden, moderate. Pay equality, high. Asian, highest. Earnings, the highest. Debt burden, moderate. Pay equity is the highest. Black people, it says degree rate improving. It says earnings lower. Debt burden the highest. We have the highest debt burden, but you have the lowest earnings. How does that work? And then it says pay equity, the lowest. Like, how are you going to compete? I don't get it. Hispanic, degree rate lower, earnings lower, debt is high, and pay equity is low. College debt affects black students more severely. And then guess who hype your ass up to go to college? Them other groups. Y'all gotta love how this shit work, man. You gotta love this pimping. This is some good ass pimping. Hey, I not gonna say I used to be mad at it, man, but this is some excellent ass fucking pimping. It really is. It really is. I'm gonna hype your ass up to get into my systems or my funneling systems, and I'm still not gonna pay you more. You feel me? I'm still not gonna pay you equal. You feel me? But I'm gonna hype you up to get in college. I'm gonna hype you up with them little commercials they be having. Oh, you can get your degree fast. Get your degree in 90 days. To do what? Get out that bitch and not get paid a competitive wage, man? Huh? Okay. Y'all better off just saying fuck college and going just to trade school. Huh? I mean, I'm just saying. Or racial group in the United States. With long-term consequences for wealth, mental health, and economic mobility. Here's a breakdown of how and why black students have the highest student loan debt. The highest student loan debt. Average debt at graduation, bachelor's degree. Black students, 39,500. White students, 29,000. Hispanics, 27. And Asian, 25. You have the highest in fucking debt as well. Now, I don't mind the debt being high if you're utilizing the debt properly. See, there's nothing wrong with debt. You just have to know how to use debt to benefit you. And that's what most of us don't do. We don't use debt or loans or shit like that to empower us. We use that shit to empower other motherfuckers. That's just how it goes. I mean, we got to just be simple with this shit. 12 years after starting college, 12 years after starting college, black borrowers owe, oh my God. Oh man, y'all need to let this shit sink in real deep in your system. 12 years after starting college, black borrowers owe 113%, my niggas, of their original loan. Due to interest accumulation, delinquency, lower incomes, making it hard to pay down debt. Did you hear what it just said, man? 12 years after, fam. And they still running that fucking interest on your ass. So just because you dropped out of college, you got the college check and you went to blow the college check, oh, they still running that interest on you, B. And even that's made up, but we ain't gonna get into that. You feel me? 113%. Let that sink in. While the debt gap exists, wealth inequality. The median black household has 1/8 the wealth of white households. So black families rely more heavily on loans. Parent plus loans used more often by black families. These carry higher interest rates and fewer protections. Predatory schools. Uh-oh. You mean they actually have predatory schools? Predatory schools. Black students are overrepresented in for-profit colleges, which often result in low-value degrees. So that means just because you have a degree, that shit might be low value and it still don't mean shit. It says, however, high debt. It says black students are often overrepresented. That means there's too many of you getting the same goddamn degree in the same bullshit. Literally are overrepresented in for-profit colleges, which means they're making profit off of you, nigga. For-profit colleges. Which often result in low value degrees and high debt. Effects of debt on black students and graduates. Career choices. Impact on black borrowers. Forced to take jobs for income over passion. Ain't that something? That's why you see motherfuckers hating their jobs. Because they're what? Forced to take jobs for income over passion. What you actually want to fucking do. That's why this shit is a system. And until we understand all the mechanisms of the system, all the infrastructures of the system, how all the mechanisms and infrastructures are stringing your ass along, then there's not gonna be this big ass whatever. Home ownership delayed by 5 to 10 years due to high debt burdens. That means you aren't, for the people that want to buy them homes and get into dead pledges, mortgages, you aren't even able to do it for 5 to 10 years because of the debt, the college debt. Family planning may delay marriage or children. Isn't that something? Wealth building. Debt prevents saving, investing, and retirement. Mental health. Increased stress, anxiety, and depression. Stats that show the burden. Stats that show the burden. See, this is what Cozmik Mind UV is here for, man. To get you in detail stuff. More than 50%, that means more than half of black borrowers default. That means more than half of you default. So what the fuck are you going to college for anyway? That's why I be saying niggas be funny. More than 50% of black borrowers default on loans within 12 years. Nearly 70% of black grads regret how much debt they took on. Nearly 70%. What is it good for? Absolutely goddamn nothing. That's why I say it's no need to go to get a degree if you're not getting a degree in something that is a field that is a hot field right now, like AI, coding. Like if that field is not hot right now or high paying, you're just wasting your energy. You may as well just go learn a trade or go to DIY or YouTube University and learn like that. You feel me? But to go into debt to just you not receiving the compensation, but you receiving debt, it's just well, I mean, it makes sense in some of y'all brain, and obviously a lot of y'all brain. You feel me? 1 in 4 black adults with student debt report having no clear path to pay it off. Let's say it again. 1 in 4 black adults with student debt report, that means they reported it, having no clear path to pay it off. That means you went in that bitch with no plan on how to pay this damn debt off. Because I guess you thought it was free or some shit. I don't know what people be thinking about. Systemic impact. This is not just personal. It widens to what? The racial wealth gap. So we keep saying, how do we clear up this wealth gap? I keep saying you have to examine the bullshit that you are economically attached to that is draining your wealth and creating the gap. And most beings don't want to do that because I keep saying you love your indoctrination and your conqueror and propaganda shit so bad. And y'all niggas be mad at Cozmik. That's the crazy part about this shit. You niggas not mad at the niggas that's like purposely fucking you over. You mad at the person that's wanting to get your ass out the stupor. That shit is crazy to me. They say it's my delivery. Okay, these people that operate behind the scenes, how you think they talking about your ass? How do you think these people behind the scenes, that operate behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, in they secret meetings in the forest or wherever the fuck they be at, how the fuck do you be thinking, how do you think they talk about your ass? Okay, this is not just personal, because we take everything personal. That's another reason why niggas aren't able to move the wealth gap. It widens to the racial wealth gap. A European high school grad in high school has more wealth. I need you to process this in your brain. In high school, a white high school grad has more wealth than a black college grad on average. That's before you even get to the college bullshit. The promise of education, that's where the pimping has got y'all at. As a wealth equalizer isn't holding true for black communities due to this debt trap. The promise of education, because that's what niggas was fighting for, what? Reparations and all back in the day. We want equal education. We want equal schools with the Caucasoid and shit. Huh? We want to go to school with the Caucasoids. We don't want our own shit. We want to go to school with the Caucasoids. That's what all the motherfuckers back in the days, a lot of them was fighting for, just so they could be integrated around these other motherfuckers. And now that you are integrated, well integrated, how has it benefited you? Solutions. Oh man, solutions. Black advocates are pushing for loan forgiveness, especially for low-income borrowers, free community college, and HBCU funding. I think the HBCU funding for low-income students should be free. But you know, what do I know? Crackdowns for for-profit colleges. That means they're about their money. They could give a fuck less. Do you hear that? They could care less about your success, nigga. You hear me? Damn. Interest-free repayment options. Increased federal Pell Grants instead of loans. Increased federal Pell Grants instead of loans. Most black students are not creating lasting wealth. You are not creating lasting wealth. And people keep saying, how are black people not competitive? How are they not? Because you are not creating fucking wealth. You are creating liabilities. in most instances. And we like to stone on each other with liabilities, my nigga. I keep saying that shit. Whether it's materialistic liabilities, whether it's whatever. Most black students are not creating lasting wealth with the degrees they're obtaining, despite achieving higher education levels. Systemic boundaries continue to block wealth accumulation. Education, and I told you there's a difference between education and knowledge. Y'all need to go check that show out, Education versus Knowledge. Education equals wealth for black graduates, while education increases income on paper. While education increases income on paper, it doesn't translate. It doesn't what? That's what I was asking. All of these degrees our black women have, all this stuff that black people are doing in this college bullshit, how is it translating to wealth? Because that's the real bottom line, man. Not you putting on a cap and no dumbass gown, not you doing that dumbass ritual, walking across that shit happy. None of that shit matters to the overall mission. You up there happy to do what? Be a debt slave. Because they already said over 70% of y'all that's walking across that stage don't even know what the fuck you gonna do. You don't even have a plan to pay the shit back. It says what? All that education increases income on paper. It doesn't translate into wealth. Assets like homes, savings, investments. For more black graduates, the way it does for European grads. What my nigga Jay-Z say? Or what the nigga Jay-Z say? They don't like us. Is that not clear? Huh? They don't like you. We've been loving that song, They Not Like Us. You haven't been realizing they not like you. That's the thing. They know they not like you. Do y'all get that now? Do you get it? They know they are not like you. Celebrating mediocrity, celebrating poverty and shit. They know they not like you. They not like us. Yeah, they not like you at all in pay, in wage, and any of that shit. They not like you. You not like them either, ain't it, man? Metric, black grads, median household wealth, 2023, negative 45,000. White grads, 230, hold on, not negative, my fault, 45,000. And then white grads, 235,000. Do you hear that? Likelihood of ownership, 42% for black grads. 73% for European grads. Net worth 10 years after college. Net worth 10 years after college. Black grads often close to $0 or negative. Often $100,000 as far as white Europeans. Okay. Key reasons black grads struggle to build wealth. Crashing student debt. Hold on. Excuse me. Black grads carry the most debt, and often pay it off slower, delaying wealth building steps like buying a home or investing. And please stop letting them get you into this buying a home shit. Buy some fucking land. That's another thing they hype y'all up about, buying a home, buying a home. Buy the fucking land and put the home and plop the home on top of it. Or buy some land with some homes on it already. Because they have those. Lower pay despite degrees. Lower pay despite degrees. Black degree holders earn 20 to 25% less than white peers. They are also underrepresented in high-paying roles like STEM, law, and corporate leadership. Okay? No inherited wealth. Black grads come from first no inherited assets or quote-unquote starter wealth, end quote. So when we keep saying what's wrong with us as a whole, because what? In college families with no inherited assets. That means the generation before us is not setting up shit properly for the next generation. Now I say we keep talking about this generational wealth bullshit, but it's like the generation before us ain't doing shit but being debt slaves. Most of them are not giving you no starter wealth, end quote. White families are more likely to help with down payments, tuition, or business funding. Discrimination in banking and housing. Black professionals face higher mortgage denial rates and higher interest rates. So why are you really going to get the house again? That's what the shit I keep saying. Okay. Black-owned businesses started with less capital and have lower approval rates for business loans because we don't have enough financial systems to fund our own people, to funnel our own people and students and youth through. And then black people want to depend on celebrities to do it. That's another thing we don't discuss. Black people want to depend on celebrities to do it. Data snapshot. Wealth gap for college grads. A 2021, so this is not no old shit. Brookings study found that a white or European or Caucasoid high school grad has more wealth than a black college grad. Did you hear me? A white high school grad. Did you hear what I said? High school grad has more wealth than a black college grad. A white person in high school. Black bachelor's degree holders have less wealth than white dropouts from college. I need you to hear that. Black bachelor degree holders have less wealth than white dropouts. Did you hear what I said, man? Oh my rock. See, when you get into the numbers and the stats and the reports and stuff like that, all that opinion and what you think you know, that shit goes up your ass or out the window or wherever that shit goes at. It says, did you know this? Did any of you know that? Because a lot of y'all don't mention this or talk about it. A white high school grad has more wealth than a black college grad. Did you hear me? Are you comprehending me? What the fuck are you going to college for? Because most instances y'all not going for no high paying ass degree. And then once you get the high paying ass degree, you still might not get no fucking employment. Then most likely you're not gonna turn it into a industry or business for your own people. So what is it really good for? Black bachelor degree holders have less wealth than white dropouts from college. Oh man. Number 4, the degree trap, end quote, phenomenon. The degree trap, end quote, phenomenon. Many black students go into debt expecting a degree will guarantee mobility. But why do you think that though? Who made you think that? Indoctrinated ass parents. If you go to college and get your degree, you're gonna be. And then who brainwashed their ass? The people that own the institutions, because I already told y'all, without attendance, the colleges don't stay open. Without attendance, the churches don't stay open. Without the any of that shit. Oh man, fam, this shit is fucking crazy, bro. These niggas are literally going through that whole song and dance for fucking what? And then what do they say? Low value degree. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a show on low value degrees and versus high value degrees, because maybe we don't know the difference. Because a lot of black people, you just going, and I get it. We want to go to school for things we're great at. We want to go to school to the facilities. And look up the original etymology for the word school, by the way. Look up the etymology and the original origin of these fucking words we be using. Huh? School sound kind of like skull, doesn't it? But look, why are you going to college, fam? I'm just asking. Okay, they're saying to have an experience amongst my peers. Nigga, you can't get an experience amongst your peers any other type of way. Instead, it says many black students go into debt expecting a degree will guarantee mobility. Ain't that something? They've been telling us that bullshit since the 70s, ain't it, man? Instead, they often enter a loop of high debt, low return jobs, delayed wealth milestones, ongoing financial stress. This is how important a financial blueprint is. This is how important financial planning is. This is how important it is to analyze what's an asset and what the fuck is a liability. This is why it's important you listen to Rich Dad Poor Dad of Robert Kiyosaki, because he tells you it's not about having debt, it's what you do with the debt. Are we using debt to benefit us? Or are we using debt to shit on each other? Are we using debt to facilitate struggle love and all this other dumb shit? Are you using debt just to pay bills? Because bills aren't gonna what? Get you no streams of income. So most people are using debt on liabilities, and then they brag about paying liabilities. I tell you that all the time. Black people brag about paying liabilities. Bills are liabilities, and black people brag about paying liabilities. And we love bragging about it. Yeah, I pay my bill. As long as I pay my bill, I'm good. I'm paying my bill, I'm good. That's some poverty. If that ain't the most poverty ass shit. But we know what? You know so many motherfuckers with that what? That mental reality, that mentality, that mental reality. Long as my bills paid. Why they behind in the wealth? Why they behind? Why the black people? Because they goofy. They are psychologically fucked. Are any black grads building wealth? It says, watch this. Yes, some are succeeding, especially in work those who work in high-paying fields like tech, medicine, and law. But it says we're underrepresented though, so that means it's more than not gonna be us in that motherfucker. It says the ones who avoid high debt or get scholarships, have entrepreneurial support, or inherit property. That means the generation before you sets up some shit to pass down to you. Isn't that what that means? But a lot of y'all run around and say, don't blame your parent. Why would you not blame the generation before you for not setting your ass up for the next generation? What are you talking about? Because some of y'all children are gonna blame your ass for not setting them up with a head start in life. Am I correct or not? We be thinking shit is a game till it's not. Get guidance early on financial literacy and investing. But they remain exceptions, not the rule. They remain exceptions, not the rule. In summary, degrees alone aren't closing the racial wealth gap. That means it's not doing shit. Y'all be thinking we done came so far. No, you have not. You came so far in what? In what? You came so far in what? Black people came so far in what? What? Y'all watching? Name it. Name what we came so far from, fam. They still redlining you. They still are fucking with black landowners. They're still fucking with black farmers. They're still fucking you over with the college degrees. They're still fucking you over with the job discriminations. Like, where have you came so far at? I just want to know. Where's your improvement been? It hasn't been in funding. It hasn't been in unity. Where's the improvement? I just want to know, because Cozmik don't be knowing. Cozmik don't know. I just be talking. Black students are working harder, borrowing more, and earning less. Let's go back. Black students are working harder, borrowing more, and earning less. And guess what though? They think they doing something. And we be stunting on each other, and you ain't doing shit. But if I were to come around, you're gonna call me a hater. Even though I can prove to you everything I'm saying. See, I don't just come talking. I can prove to you, or you can go look it up yourself. Black students are working harder, borrowing more, and earning less. Does that sound like a smart fucking business deal? I don't give a fuck if you the most simple-minded motherfucker. Does that sound like it's a smart deal? And without major policy changes, see, and this is what I keep saying about this voting, and we got to change the policies. What policies are you changing? Your vote is not leverage, or your whatever is not leverage if you don't have a list of targeted things that need to change that benefit you. If you don't have that and it's organized, you not doing shit. Without major policy changes or targeted support, degrees are not leading to widespread wealth creation in the black community. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So mama, granddaddy, auntie, any of these parents, any of y'all parents that be hyping yo, because it's a lot of y'all still believe in this school system. Y'all still think it's for you. So for y'all, okay, Be smart and guide your children into a career field that's going to actually pay them. Guide them into an actual career field that's going to actually pay them more than enough, or more than the debt that they're going to accumulate from being in the shit that they're in. Do you get that one, or do I need to rewind that back? They need to be getting into fields that are going to pay more debt than they're going to accumulate. Has being the most educated helped black women, or has having the most degrees translated into power, pay, and progress? That's everything we have to ask ourselves as a collective. Is what we're doing moving us actually forward? For real. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about cosmetically. And what does cosmic mean? The cosmetics, like, you got on the costume, you got on the graduate uniform, you got on all the stuff, but is it actually moving you forward as a collective? That's all. And we have to question things like that. Did the vaccine move us forward as a collective? Like, we have to start asking this stuff. Critical thinking is everything. The short answer: black women are the most educated group by degree attainment, but it hasn't translated into equal pay, wealth, or leadership power. Education has helped somewhat, however, structural boundaries have limited its full benefit. Yes, black women are the most educated group, except by degree rates. As of 2023, black women enrolled in college at higher rates than other demographic groups. But what I'm telling y'all is, they have to keep attendance in there, y'all. Do you understand? So they're gonna go after the ones that are easier to influence to keep in there. About 26 to 28% of black women 25 plus have a bachelor's degree or higher. They also lead by advanced degrees, masters, and doctorates. Man, you would think, our women would be like powerful, really like moving some shit around, moving some furniture. Damn, I need to get moving some furniture around this motherfucker. They also lead in advanced, boom, 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 relative to black men and many other groups of women. So they lead in doctorates and master's degrees. Education has helped black women in some ways. Access to jobs. More black women in education, healthcare, and government. Leadership in academia. Rise in black female college professors and HBCU presidents. Cultural influence, dominant voices in activism, literature, media, social justice. I don't see it, but I mean, okay. Entrepreneurship, fast-growing group of entrepreneurs in America. However, education has not erased inequality. Black women still earn less. Black women earn 63 to 67 cents for every dollar a white man earns, even with the same degrees. They earn, so that's what I be saying. You got to be mad at the people that's really holding you back, because it's usually not black men holding you back. I'm just telling you for real. They earned about 15 to 20K less per year than white men with similar education. So who's the men really holding you back? Because it ain't black men. So I mean, you got the same similar education, and them niggas still gonna pay you less. Ain't that something? Because we're not creating enough systems to funnel our great minds into, so we can compete. Underrepresented power and positions. Only 2%. 2%. Do you hear that? Only 2% of corporate executives are black women. Only 2%. I'm thinking with all these doctorates, and I'm thinking, damn, these babies is running some companies and something, at least running somebody's company. If you ain't gonna start your own shit. No. Black women hold fewer C-suite roles, board seats. So we not even on the boards. We not even getting to the table. We talking about bringing something to the table. Are we at the board meeting tables and federal judgeships? Despite credentials, despite you having the credentials, our women still are not at the board meetings, board seats, C-suite roles, and federal judgmentship. Still carry more student debt. Black women have the highest student loan debt burden of any group. Of any group. Many take longer to pay it off, which delays wealth building, like buying homes and investing, buying land and investing. Because you can get the home after you get the land. Because they're going to keep pushing you to buy the home, and they're going to get you another trap. Double oppression. Race plus gender. Black women face both sexism and racism in the workplace. They often experience microaggressions, pay gaps, and exclusion from decision-making spaces, even when they're the most qualified. So even if you got all your shit, what? Similar table. Higher level, education level, highest of all groups. Income higher than black men, lower than all others. So this is why they created this war with black men and women, right, baby? We got more degrees, but guess what? Them other groups ain't make you no higher than them, though. It says wide racial and gender pay gaps. So it's just like the Willie Lynch joint. They just turned you against your man. They just use college to do it. Wealth, low. Ongoing challenges, high debt, low assets. Job representation, growing in mid-level roles. Blocked from executive and leadership tiers, though. So that's what I be telling, that's what I'm saying to a lot of the women. And I'm not saying that you haven't been silent. I'm not saying the way they should. What I'm saying is what specific men have been silencing you is what I'm saying. I'm talking about they have like a mechanisms to silence you. Do you see what I'm saying? Voice and influence, strong in culture and activism, less so in policy, business, and finance. So we need our ladies' voices more so, yes, in activism, but it needs to be in the change in policies, creating more businesses, and being better in finance. Conclusion. And ladies, I really do love you. This is the tough love you need. I haven't even got over to the cosmetic industry. This is just one industry, the college joint, where I know women dominate. You see what I'm saying? The black women dominate the shit, and they brag on the shit. You feel me? Black women have done quote unquote everything right, end quote, see, end quote, by America's standards. Earned degrees, worked hard, pushed boundaries. Yet what? The system still hasn't paid them back fair. So one thing about aggression, mistargeted aggression, is a motherfucker. That's what's gonna cause a lot of arguments and debates. You see what I'm saying? And think about how that trickles down to the 50-50 thing. Oh, why you can't pay? But what did the incomes? I mean, it starts everything from this income college bullshit. Education has brought some elevation, but it hasn't overcome systemic racism, sexism, and economic injustice. This is the last part, y'all, and we out. College debt. Watch this. Watch this. This is overall. I always give it to y'all. Men, women, and then overall. College debt is one of the biggest. Let me make sure my mic is clear. It's one of the biggest threats to black wealth in America today. Did y'all know that? We knew it was consumerism, but did we know it was consumerism of these institutions? College debt is one of the biggest threats to black wealth in America today. Not the 70s, not the 60s. While education is often seen as a pathway to economic success for many black families, student loan debt is acting as a trap, not a tool. Remember what I told y'all. That's why I'm glad I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I listen to a lot of Robert Kiyosaki stuff. It's not about you having debt because we in debt regardless. What I'm saying is, it's how we use the debt. Are we using the debt to create more streams of revenue and income, or are we just using the debt for liabilities? It says debt is acting as a trap, not a tool for wealth building. Black graduates carry the most debt. Black students borrow more than any other group and repay it slower. Average debt and at graduation, black borrowers 39.5, Europeans 29. Look, watch this. And we just doing the overview summary, y'all. We out 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 years after starting college, black borrowers owe more than they originally borrowed due to interest and low repayment capacity. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a percentage of it to some of them just getting that school check and then dropping on out of it. You feel me? They just want to get a quick check and get out. But for the other ones that's really doing it serious, what it's not translating to nothing. Debt delays or prevents wealth building. So that's why I'm saying, hun, we keep talking about wealth building, but it's so much stuff that people are doing that's preventing you from building the fucking wealth. Wealth building areas. They keep saying home ownership, but land ownership. That increases credit to income ratio, mortgage denials or delays. So for y'all people that want to, still do the house and home stuff, career choice forces people to take any job to pay loans, not wealth building paths. That means remember what I was telling y'all? A lot of y'all say, I just need to get a job. No. No. You have to know your overhead debt, and you have to get a job that is ×2 your debt or ×3 your fucking overhead debt. That's what most people aren't doing. You hear me? So that's why you're having to get 2 or 3 jobs, because you're not calculating, okay, what's all my overhead? And then, okay, you thinking you need to earn $12, but you really need to go for something that's $16 to $17, $18 an hour. But most people aren't doing that. So they're saying, well, let me get $12. Well, why not just up your skills so you could just apply for the one shit that's going to pay you the one fee that you need? Anyway, it makes sense in somebody's brain. Family planning. Many delay marriage or children due to financial strain. So it's affecting your relationships. It's affecting your career choices. Investing and saving. Money goes to loan payments instead of assets or retirement. student debt worsens the racial wealth gap. Even with degrees, Black Americans still have lower wealth than European Americans with no college at all. Did you hear that? You still have less fucking wealth than the motherfucker probably in the goddamn trailer park. Of course I'm being extreme, but goddamn it, it's worse than the scene, you hear me? It says, let me read that one more time, because we gotta let that sink in. Black Americans still have lower wealth than white Americans with no college at all. With no college at all. Oh, man. Group, white college grads, 285,000 as far as net worth, median net worth. This is the median net worth, 285K. White college grads. Black college grads, 45,000. That's not even, that's laughable. Watch this. White high school grad only, high school, 70,000. Compared to a black college grad. Commercial break, y'all. It says black with student debt / any degree, often 10,000 or negative. A white high school grad has more wealth than a black college grad. I mean, I don't think y'all really are like quantifying or really, yeah. It's a wonder we don't have more our own high schools, because it's like, what the fuck are you even sending them to high school for? You know what I mean? What the fuck for what? Even though, yes, we know who created it and they created it for workers, but however, let's play the game. What they sending them to high school for? When a white boy, and they say average, them motherfuckers ain't say come from a prestigious family. No. What your boy said? No. Systemic roots of the problem: historical exclusion from wealth, land, housing, jobs, lack of generational wealth. Black families often can't help with tuition. Higher use of Parent Plus and risky. That means them Parent Plus loans is the parent is the debt, you know, or whatever. Racist lending systems and job discrimination reduce returns on education. Psychological and community impact. Stress and anxiety. No shit. From debt leads to worse health outcomes. Then we wonder why health and the mental health and the da-da-da-da-da. Man, you wouldn't have that shit if you ain't had no damn. First of all, if money wasn't a thing anyway. However, let's play the game. We know it is a thing. But yeah, if motherfuckers didn't have all of this other shit and debt and stuff in it, we knew how to use that. And that wasn't sold to us as terrible. You know what I mean? And if we knew how to, and we was taught how to use that to our benefit, then we'd be way better off. It limits the ability to support family, invest in black-owned businesses, buy property in neighborhoods. It also reduces intergenerational wealth transfer, keeping the cycle going. So this is how it keeps the cycle going, y'all. And this is just one lane right here. This is just the college debt stuff. This is just that school crap. That's why you hear me talk about it. And then some people say school is just an 8-hour babysitter in daycare. That's some sad ass shit. So they know that the place they sending their children to ain't shit. It's not gonna benefit them. But you just saying, just so I can get rid of you, I'm gonna just send you somewhere. That's something else. Who's the real oppressors? Isn't that something? In summary, student loan debt is not just a personal issue. So that means, because a lot of times, again, us as black people, we just want to be individualistic all the time. This is not just a personal issue. It's a community-wide wealth blocker. Did you hear that? It's a community-wide wealth blocker. It weakens the very tool that was supposed to create economic justice, higher education. Ain't that something? It weakens the tool that was supposed to create economic justice, higher education. College is often promoted as the key to upward mobility. However, for many black Americans, it has become a wealth trap. It has become a wealth trap. A system that promises financial success but often delivers debt, low returns, and limited wealth building. It says what? Watch this. Cozmik, what is the wealth trap? What is that? What is he talking about? He just be making shit up. A wealth trap is when a system like college appears to help you get ahead. However, in practice, it pulls you into deeper financial instability, especially for black students. So that the fuck is what a wealth trap is. All right? So churches as well. That's why I get on this church crap and these, all of this is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of capital drains. It's draining our capital that we need to be using to build our own shit. Number one, the promise. College equals more money. Black families are told, quote, now watch this, go to college, get a good job, escape poverty, end quote. Many black students become first-generation college grads working hard to, quote, break the cycle, end quote. But here's the trap. Number two, the reality. College equals debt without wealth. Oops. Trap element, expensive education. How it works for black students. Black students borrow more, often 10 to 15K more than others. Lower pay after graduation. Black grads earn 20 to 25% less than white peers with the same degree. Delayed life milestones, ownership, marriage, and investing are postponed or abandoned. Negative net worth. Many black grads have little or no wealth after college. 3. Black college grads versus white high school grads. A white, European, Caucasian, whatever, high school grad often has more wealth than a black college grad. I have to keep emphasizing this because I'm thinking y'all still don't really, you're not recognizing the severity of what I'm saying. Oh man, my rock. Why it's worse for black people. No generational wealth, more reliance on loans. And then we're not getting loans from each other. We getting loans from other groups. Higher interest loans, like Parent Plus and private debt. Employment discrimination after graduation. Higher rates of for-profit college enrollment. That means they just getting you in that motherfucker just to get you in debt, fam. Because they have to keep you in there. The motherfucker stay open to stay operational, which give low returns, racial wage gaps across all industries. Why it's worse for black people? That's what we just answered. Emotional and generational impact. Many black grads feel like they did quote unquote everything right, end quote, and still struggle. Student debt blocks intergenerational wealth. Can't help parents. Can't invest in children. And I don't like the word can't, but that's what they have on here. Unable to build assets. Summary: how college becomes a wealth trap. We literally giving you the breakdown. So we went over how college is a wealth trap and how it's a trap overall. We went over how it affects melanin women, black men, and overall. All right. For many black Americans, college equals debt, equals lower pay, equals no wealth, and then equals cycle continues. So this is how the cycle is still continuing. College debt plays a central and destructive role in maintaining and even widening the black wealth gap in America. Although higher education is marketed, what else has been marketed to us? Milk does a body good. A whole lot of stuff has been marketed to us as a key to financial success for many black Americans. It becomes a financial setback. So if you an entrepreneur, if you tight with your money, it becomes a financial setback, not a stepping stone. Black borrowers take on more debt to access college. We already went over the numbers. Over 50% of black borrowers owe more than they originally, borrowed. It says why? Lack of generational wealth, etc. It says college debt prevents black wealth building. And also, black college grads still have less wealth than what they say, a white high school grad. This shit is something else, man. I mean, hey, it's gotta make you laugh, fam. You know what I mean? It might not make you laugh, but I'm just saying, damn, you know. What they say, once you know you're supposed to do better, you know. We almost done, y'all. Last little bit. College debt prevents saving for children's education, retirement, or property or investments. Black parents often must choose between paying off debt or investing in their family's future. So when we go into our parents, and I did a show about the billionaires that first of all, they don't have a goddamn college degree. That's first off. You hear me? They got the money from their goddamn parents. So, you know, we always keep talking about we want to get it out the mud and shit, and all this, do it by yourself and shit and all that. But anyway, this traps future generations in the same economic struggle. So that means most of y'all are putting your children in the same bullshit. Who's the real oppressor? Continuing the racial wealth gap. So we're not making shit better doing putting them in that college even in high school. Emotional toll, long-term impact. Debt increases stress, anxiety, and instability. Many black borrowers feel betrayed. They did everything quote unquote right, but still are stuck financially. It's a psychological barrier to wealth building. Number 6, final truth. And we done. This is the final truth and we're done. Make sure you share this, man. Make sure you share this to some of them old school heads, old school parents and people. You feel me? College debt isn't just a burden. It's a racial wealth trap. Please, college debt isn't just a burden. It's a racial wealth trap. It forces black students to pay more for the same degree, earn less after graduating, and pass on less to future generations. God damn. Now tell me that ain't some good ass pimping. That's some good ass pimping right there, people. All right. Peace and abundance. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. That's why I said, man, we should be breaking through our skin to talk to people, our homies or colleagues that's bringing money-making ideas that's legal to you. You feel me? We should be breaking through our fucking avatars. Oh man, finally somebody with a money-making idea. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many people that we are around that don't even call us for no type of something productive, something to either lift our spirits or lift our finances or lift our situation? You feel me? So, peace and abundance. This has been part 1 of college debt. I'm gonna do my best to get a guest, a guest on here that'll go in more in detail on it. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff has been promoted to us, fam. Just because it's promoted and pushed in our faces and ads and stuff like that, fam. You really have to have critical thinking. And guess what? Cozmik Mind UV. I see you again next time. Next time in space. Fix your face.